What's up, guys? So in today's video you learn how to add an image to a Next.js project. So you can see how this is spelled Next.js properly, yeah, but that's not an issue. So if you're using regular React, using it with a build tool like Vite, you can just, let me open my VS Code. So you can just import a video and just say, call it whatever you want. So say vid, let's say vid from wherever the source is. So in our case, I already have a video of people here, so we can just say slash, it's not giving me the autocomplete, so public and slash. So I only get the next svg and the vercel svg. I don't see the mp4, so I really don't know why it's not working, or maybe it's because of the server-side rendering. By the way, if you want to know what server-side rendering is, I'll leave a link to an article I wrote about it in the description. So I really don't know if it's because of that, but the way I found around it is actually two ways to do it, but I'll recommend the second one, which I found better. So the first way is to just let's get rid of this right now. So we'll bring in a video tag and let's just close this here, not putting anything inside. So the source right now should be, you're not using a string, you use curly brackets and direct the path, so slash, since my video is in the public folder, I just say / and just call in that video and say people.mp4. so if we bring this and okay, you don't have to refresh, it's just coming in right now, but the video is not playing. And before I move on, there's another type of video where you can actually see you can actually play, increase the speed and those other jazz, but this is more like you have a section where you just have to just play the video and pause the video, or you just need the video for a background cover or something like that. But if you want me to do another video on the other one where you can actually play a video, pause a video, increase the speed and those other stuff, just let me know in the comments. So right now the video is not playing, so what we have to do is just to come here, add some attributes to this, and you just say autoplay be true, let's set it to muted and let's loop it around. I said attribute, this should be properties rather. So it's still not playing, but let's try and refresh and see. So right now is working fine and dandy. So before we move on, let's also add some states to actually pause the video, because right now we can't actually pause the video if we want to. So what we do right now is just to remove this autoplay first and set this to use client, because we'll be bringing in new states, and use ref. So we say use state and set this to is playing and set is playing, and this should be use state and is playing should be false, so set this to false. So this should be false by default, and like I said, we'll be using use ref. So let's add the ref property right here and set this to vidref. So this ref allows us to manipulate the video actually and set it to play or pause. So we need to bring in useref and set vid, call it vid ref, and say use ref, and let's set it to null for now. And why are that? Because we are using TypeScript, just to avoid JavaScript error, we'll say this should be HTML or video element. Yeah. So with this now, TypeScript can give us the autocomplete of adding the pause and play method. So what we have to do right now is just to create a function to handle the video click, and this should be actually set is playing, and we set it to whatever the previous value is and just negate it. So it's playing, is previous playing, and just negate that. So right now, let's just bring in a pause and a play button. So come here, we say button, let's just say button, and let's give this one a span of pause, or yeah, let's just say play and pause. We might change them later on. Pause. So we need to bring in this here and say add an event listener and say on click handle video click. So what we have to do now, we have to check if the video is playing. So before we add that, right here, we'll say inside this video, this should be video click. All right, so this should be, we'll check it and just say if the video is playing, then we'll get the vidref and get the current property and just add the pause method to it. And like I said, the autocomplete is coming because of this type checking or generic checking we gave it right here. So else, if the video is not playing, we just set it to play. So what we do now is do the same thing right here and use conditional during the put a curly bracket and say if it's playing, you can set it to pause, which is this one right here, paste it and say else, just set it to play. So let's take a look and see what we got. So refresh. So play is right here, but we need it at the middle. So let's just quickly add some tier 1 style right here. So we just set this to class of absolute, set the top to be 50%, the left as well to be 50%, left should be 50, I'm saying 51.5, then the translate x should be the same, 1/2, and translate concept to spell translate y should be the same. So let's see if it came to the middle. Okay, right now it's in the middle. So let's quickly just give them a style and say class of, let's say the background to black, text should be white, let's add the padding and say p, P y should be for px should be, let's just put the same value around. So I didn't even plan on adding classes to this. So copy this now. Copy this. Paste it right here. Okay, so we can see the pause and play value. So right now, if we try to play, you're seeing the video and you can actually pause the video if you want to. So that is cool and nice. And you can also add a feature if you are no longer in view. Maybe if your mouse is outside, this should go away. But I'll leave that up to you to figure it out. But it's still equally, it's just for you to add a event listener and check if the mouse has entered into this view, and just hide this stuff if it has entered. So that's about it. So like I said, that there will be two methods, but the downside of this, should I really call it a downside? But if we try to now let's try to create a GitHub repo. Let's go back and create a new repo, and let's call this next. Let's call it next video. Public. Let's just create this. While that is creating, let's just do so git add. So git commit, say first commit, then we just have to copy this one right here, paste this. It's telling me this already exists. So guys, I already have this repo before and I deleted it, so it was still reading. So what I had to do was that I had to initialize the repo. So we have to initialize it again. So say git init. So we just do a git add and a git commit. Let's now say first commit. So all I have to do now is to copy this one now. Copy the second one right here. And we have to now push it to the main. So we give that a second, so push. Alright guys, so we are done pushing it, and I think it took a little bit of time because of the size of this video. So let's quickly refresh this page and let's see. So like I said, I don't know if this is a downside, but if we open our public folder and we try to click on this video, you can see that we're getting an error message. I say sorry about that, but we can't show files that are this big right now. And you can see the file is 9.7 MB. So it's not really personally, I don't think it makes sense to put this kind of file on your GitHub repo. So what I would do instead is to just come to Cloudinary. So Cloudinary is a platform where you can upload different assets, and you can just copy that URL link of anything you have inside and just paste it. So it does all the maintenance for you and helps you just basically manage your media. So we'll just click on upload, and if you don't have an account, you just have to just sign up. Then I think Next.js also have a package for this, so we'll just do it the native way. So we'll say browse and we'll go to downloads, I think so. Then I think it's this one. So give it a minute to upload. Alright guys, so we have this right now. And before we bring in this link, I don't know if we should just host it on vercel to see if it's going to work, and I think it's going to work too, but let's first of all host it. So go to vercel.com. Like me, I don't have any projects right now, so if it's your first time, we should be at the same place. But if you have some projects, you see your projects right here. So click on import. So yeah, it's already showing right here. So we import the next video. And typically you still have to do an npm run build, but if you deploy it, it's going to automatically do that for you. Alright guys, so it took 41 seconds to build, which is really a long time, but at least we have the build right here. So okay, so what we need to do right now is to just preview our build by clicking on this right here. So if you come right here and allow it to load, okay, you can see we're having a video, which is nice and is working perfectly fine. But like I said, in my own case, I would prefer if this kind of files are stored in services like Cloudinary that does all the heavy lifting for you. So we'll get rid of this right now. And now we shouldn't have any video if we try to refresh. Yeah, as expected, but we can still pause and play. So head over to Cloudinary, and what you just have to do is just have to copy the link right here and get rid of these curly brackets and just paste in the link. So if we go back now, you can see that we have this. So we no longer need it in our public folder. But this is subjective though. I think it's subjective because if you have a video that is actually quite small, you can actually put this in the public. So but there you have it. You have to make source. So if we try and do git commit and say second commit and try to push the files right now, so automatically we should get a build from Next.js. So if we go back to the dashboard, so it's building the second commit we made. Okay, so this was actually faster. So right now what we have to just do is just to come here and refresh. So we still have the same image. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. Hope you learned something from this. Do well to leave a like and try to share to someone.